Ah!
We are live.
Oh, yeah.
I think we are live. Are we? Yes, I can see people saying hi from France, from Ontario. Hello, everybody. So, in the description, it says that we would be here with Morgan, but then we decided Morgan is busy enough right now, so it's just the two of us. Hello,
We're here.
we're here.
It's
And
true. The rumors of our demise have been greatly exaggerated. Yeah.
absolutely. So hopefully we look good to you because we heard some complaints that we haven't been that happy, didn't have our happy faces on. But here we are. Hi, and we're happy to be here because we have so much to tell you, so much coming up. So I think what we need to do is catch up a little bit, right?
Absolutely. That would be good. What are you?
Yes.
What's new with you?
What's new with me? Well, the most brand new thing with me is this beauty. And so
That looks familiar.
I am diving into this whole adventure. So and I think it's really cool. Drawing on the iPad. I mean, I've seen you do it and I've been super intimidated by just the idea of drawing on a sort of on a piece of glass, and it's digital and you need to think about layers and all that, and I'm all about line. So but I decided I really want to learn this. I want to learn a new technique. I want to challenge myself, and I'm ready for it. So that's my very brand new latest thing. What about you?
Well, I've been looking at this. This is Inma Serrano's book that she just sent me.
Isn't
It's
it
pretty cool. It's
fantastic?
called Sevilla from Top to Bottom, and it's also called Sevilla from Bottom to Top. And I don't know. We're both huge fans of her stuff, and to be able to have a whole book of it, I've never had that before. I don't know if she's done any other books, but this book, poof, it
It
is packed with stuff,
it is
and
so
it is
amazing.
really gorgeous. It's really, really nice. And then also, this book, slightly jet lagged,
Oh,
the travel sketchbooks of Mike Lowry. So those of you who know Mike from the Whimsical Sketchbook and from Instagram, this book is a book that he has published himself, and it is fantastic and full of ideas and jokes, and it just makes me want to go on a trip and take this book with me. So
so
I'm pretty excited about that.
very Mike-like.
It is it's Mike-like. Yes. So so that's those are some fun things, but generally we have been super busy with all kinds of things for sketchbook school. So that's really the point of this little presentation, is to tell you a bit about what we've been doing and to take any questions you might have for us. But generally, we wanted you to know, because we saw some people on Facebook a few days ago were saying like, oh, whatever, remember Danny and Koosje? Whatever happened with those guys? And it was like, oh, did we forget to tell you that we're still alive and we're still doing stuff? So, we're here, and we have a lot of things to tell you about. We're kind of opening the oven as the cake is still in there. Hopefully it won't fall, but so we're going to show you some stuff as it's still baking and still cooking. But we thought we better give evidence of our industry and show you that we've actually have been working. So, anyway, so where should we start? Should we begin with this new course that we've been working on?
I think
So,
so. I think we should start with the very brand new news and the things that we have been busy with so very much. And that is our course, People Drawing People. Finally, it's here.
it's not here. No, actually, it's not here.
It's almost here. We're working on it, but it's going to happen, and because a lot of you have asked for it, and that's why we made it.
Yeah, it kind of
So
started when we were at SketchCon, because we saw how popular and all of these life drawing events were, whether it was Andrea Joseph's Pasadena Noir stuff, or Veronica Lawler and Melanie Greenwood doing stuff about drawing people, and we realized like it's something that everybody wants to know how to do better. We want to know how to do better too. So of course, whenever we want to learn something, we put together a course and get a bunch of experts in to learn from. And that's what we did this time. But we've also done some other stuff that's different.
Yeah, so this course, you cannot sign up for it yet, but just in a few days you can. But if you want a sneak peek, we do have the trailer. Should we
We can
show
show you
it?
the trailer, but well,
No?
let's talk a bit about the class first.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You want to...
No, show the let's show the trailer. Show the
I mean,
trailer.
the
Then
trailer does, yeah, tell a lot.
It's true. It's true.
So, hang on, let me grab it.
Are you going to get rid of these titles down there while we watch it? Yes.
They are already gone.
Oh, okay. I'm living in the past. I'm watching it on Facebook. Anyway.
Yeah. Here's the trailer. Wow, isn't that amazing? I mean, just watching that trailer, I'm like,
I'm going to take that class. That looks like a really good class.
I really want to take that class. Yeah. So, a lot of people have been sort of guessing what's next and who would be in it. And, well, this is it. And, I think all these people that we have gathered for this course are, I mean, experts, and they have such different approaches towards drawing people. And we have really tried to have them explain how to actually approach, like foreshortening, a portrait, likeness, how important it is, all these things. We will cover them in this class, and it's really fun.
I mean, look at the people who are in it. I mean, they are the best of the best.
Yeah.
So Vin Ganapathy, who we love. We did one class with Vin a couple of years ago, but I mean, every time I open Instagram, you know, I have to have a spit guard because of all the drool that's coming out because his drawing is so amazing. He seems to be able to draw anything, anybody. Then you've got France Bella Van Stone. Again, it's been even longer since we had her in one of our classes. You've seen her on Sketchy. It's sick what she does and how she can draw anybody, and we get to have her there. Then we flew Felix Scheinberger over from Germany and brought him here to New York so that we could get him because Felix, again, the best. Then who else do we have? We have Jason Doss, who we have in the urban sketching class, and you may think of him as primarily that, but he's actually amazing at drawing people. And I ran into him recently at the Urban Sketcher portrait party, and I thought he just is so great at drawing people and so interesting and fast, and also such an amazing teacher. Let's give him another shot at something completely different. And then a brand new teacher, Carlos Aponte.
Amazing.
Oh my God, he's an amazing illustrator who teaches at FIT here at Fashion Institute of Technology, but amazing illustrator. And I mean, we've never seen anybody draw like he does. It's something else. And then, of course, Koosje Kono, we flew her over from Amsterdam to draw with us, and of course me. So 7 different artists, and I mean, this class is like nothing we've ever done before.
No.
I mean, as you could tell just by looking at the trailer, it's completely something else and different, but it will rock your world. In 5 weeks, you will be drawing like Michelangelo. It's amazing. We tried to get Michelangelo, really booked up, couldn't get him on, but other than that, we've got just the best people to teach us this stuff. And it's going to be teaching in a completely different way than than all those kind of dry and dusty books on human drawing the figure and all that kind of crap. It's going to be Sketchbook school all the way, and just really amazing. So
I mean, it's taken us quite a long time to figure out how we wanted to present this topic.
absolutely.
Because, I mean, I had like stacks of books next to me on my table when we were creating this course, when we were creating the outline for the course, like what are we doing? Because there's so much in those books, and then it's all like theory, and you need to count heads and stuff like that, and it's kind of boring. So we really stayed away from that. It's really different, yeah, and also the way we filmed it is so different.
I was talking to JJ about it this morning. I said, I've been going through all these. Each week, what we're doing is something very different, which is Koosje and I, after we see a bunch of amazing demos, really detailed demos, and as you can see from the trailer, demos done in a completely new way, where at times you'll be seeing a drawing kind of in the air, and next to it is the person who's being drawn, so you can see exactly what's being drawn as it's being drawn. So there's all kinds of things in the demos that we've never seen before, never done before. But then it's not just demos, it's also really in-depth understanding, so that when the demonstrations are happening, we're going to be inside the artist's mind, really understanding and hearing step by step, what are they doing? What are they thinking about? What are they looking at? Why are they making the choices they're making? But then we're doing something we've never done before again. I sound like, anyway, it sounds like I'm saying, and wait, there's more.
But then,
But then we're just really excited by this. So another thing that we're doing is we sit down and we watch all the demos each week, and we talk about them in depth. And what was interesting about it is it's like if you watch a football game and then they have all these kind of experts talking about the football game during it and after it and speculating about it and theorizing about it. We wanted to do the same thing for figure drawing. Sounds odd, but to really say, like, how can we like really analyze what these guys are doing, really study them, compare them, critique them sometimes, take away tips. And so each week we spent like a half an hour conversation that we recorded, just analyzing step by step everything they're doing, comparing and contrasting. One guy did this, one guy did that. How come he didn't do this? Really understanding. So you come away from it, I think, understanding the demonstrations in a new and profound way. I think I certainly did, and I certainly do when I watch them. That's one of the cool things that we're doing.
and no, it is really true. On many levels, it's different, but it's still Sketchbook school and
Right.
better. I have a bunch of behind the scenes pictures that I like to show.
Those are great.
So let's have a look.
So we spent 5 days filming this in a studio.
Yeah.
With lights and cameras and all that kind of stuff.
So this is a picture of the studio. And here you can see where you came in and then walk through that studio. And the studio is like all white background. And if you are in there, you see you just don't see the end of the studio at all. It's like so white that you sort of become snowblind.
It's called a cyc, and it has these rounded walls so that everything kind of disappears. And we also had amazing professional models.
Yes,
really
I will
fascinating,
show.
great looking people.
Yeah, I will show. Here's Vin and his model, and he's being filmed while he draws her in a sitting position. And Vin also did a self-portrait. Let's see here. We certainly did have a lot of very professional models, and they were beautiful too. Very interesting to draw. Look at this guy. I mean, come on, man. So he was modeling for Felix, and she was modeling for Jason.
He's actually in a TV show. Felix's model is in a he plays a vampire in a new TV show. So.
Yeah. And this guy is an actor too, and you can actually see how Carlos drew him. And this guy is the most, I mean, that is such a professional. I don't know how he does it. I mean, that's just amazing. This is Carlos drawing our favorite model, Danny.
Sexy.
Very. And Carlos is really new to our faculty, and he made some amazing drawings during the demos, and actually also he couldn't stop drawing. He just was drawing all the time. He also did this in like, I think 2 or 3 minutes while we were discussing the next shot, where to go, what to do next, with the two videographers. He just sat down and he drew this in just a few lines. It's pretty amazing to see how he builds up his drawings, and we will see a lot of that in the course. So that's very, very cool. Then you also drew Carlos while he was at work.
Did I?
You did, yes.
I was so inspired. I was drawing all the time, and we were in the middle of doing this thing, but
yeah.
It was hard to not draw.
Yeah, and I think you did an amazing job. Actually, that's really has a good likeness, and it's fun. So yeah, we had fantastic models. This is France and her model. She was pretty happy with him, and yeah, I can see why. He was happy too, and the team was too. Well, we also did, I don't know if you mentioned that, but we did interviews as well. So we sat down with all the artists to really pick their brains, you know, and ask them all about how they work and what they think about likeness, drawing from photos or from real life, all that kind of stuff. And here's Jason.
Blue booties.
Oh, the blue booties. We had to wear those because of the background is so super white, and if you step on that with shoes, then
we had to keep repainting it anyway. So,
yeah.
But yeah, it was like being in some kind of sort of place where they fight diseases or something. But
yeah, we went through a whole big bag of blue booties in 1 week. Yeah. So there's Jason with his self-portrait. Oh, and also, that was really fun. We had some visitors. So we actually had a few Sketchbook School students visiting. So we had Andrea over, and she actually did a little sketch off together with Vin, which was amazing for her. It was an amazing opportunity to actually, you know, meet someone from the faculty, and she could have a look at, you know, behind the scenes while we were filming. And Jen also was there. She had the same kind of experience, only she met with Felix, which was really great. They sat together and they drew each other, which was, of course, I mean, if you think of that, like sitting together with Felix and trying to sketch him while he sketches you, that's kind of intimidating. So I think
it's easy to draw. It's just like an egg with a small beard.
But I think it was really, really courageous of Jen to do that, to take that challenge. Really amazing. And we also had Steph. She came over.
Steph's in the audience today. She's down there.
Oh, that's so cool. This. Yes. Hi, Steph. So she actually participated in a small portrait party together with Jason and friends, which is amazing, of course. I mean, how lucky are you if you can do that? So, yeah, and again, well, the models were amazing. So what we did, we have these chapters where we will really get into foreshortening and moving and all that kind of stuff. So here's Felix with the model, and Felix too. He couldn't stop drawing. He just is drawing all the time. That's pretty amazing. So that's the studio again, and then After 5 days, very long days of shooting, we had to actually also go on camera and do our thing. So that was also quite a challenge to sit down and do a drawing, being filmed, and even though we were kind of exhausted. But then again, I kind of felt, to me, it kind of felt like a bit of a relief or something. It was like the end of the week and finishing it off. And it was really great because you, Danny, you modeled for me. So I could
I
draw
was
you.
literally falling asleep. It's kind of embarrassing when you ultimately watch this class.
It's true.
Because when you're sitting in this all white space and you look at the white wall, like soon you can't really even see because it's like everything just vanishes. And I was just sitting there, I was so tired
Yeah,
and posing, but then I
yeah,
managed to get some energy back when it was time for me to draw myself. But yeah,
yeah,
that was, that was an interesting experience. So
yeah.
somebody asked if whether you need to have models. Karen asked whether
Ah, good
are you
question.
going to need models? It is a good question, but of course we wouldn't set up a course where we required you to have models all the time.
No.
We're going to provide all kinds of things, ways for you to get around that, but we have solutions for all of it. So even if you don't have a selection of full-time models living in your house, you will still be drawing people and we'll figure out the best way for you to do that. So don't worry. All you need is a pen, some paper, a sketchbook, hopefully, and
A little bit
the
of
will
time.
to jump in with us. We're going to be making a lot of drawings. It's going to be really fun,
Yeah, it's
and
drawing,
I think you're
drawing,
going to be
drawing.
super inspired.
Because
Right?
if
Exactly.
there's one lesson you can take from what we've learned from everybody is it is that you need to practice, practice, practice.
Practice. Right. Well, as Lynn Como says, go to Starbucks. It's true. So
Yeah,
you can take your iPad, go to Starbucks, watch the thing, and draw the people around you.
absolutely.
There'll be many opportunities for drawing and doing all kinds of things over the 5 weeks. It will be really super fun. So that class we will be announcing in the next couple of weeks. We really hope that you're interested in it. We've kind of created this class honestly a little bit. We were a bit afraid for ourselves to do it, so we're hoping that this is what you wanted, and that because we've reinvented, I think, how to draw people in a really interesting way. And as Coach said, it's like when you've taken life drawing classes, you've bought books, you've watched videos, it can still be really intimidating, and you kind of have the feeling like there must be some trick to doing this that I don't know. But the theme of this class is there are as many ways to draw people as there are people to draw. And so that's why we brought in lots of different people to draw, lots of people to be drawn, and to say ultimately, there's only one way for you to draw people, and that's your way. And we're going to help you to figure out what that way is, because we all do it differently. We all have our own different sets of tricks, and you don't have to like draw eggs with lines and draw blocks and cut them in half, all the stupid things that they teach you in books. And we weren't sure, like, well, maybe we do need to teach people that stuff. But then we thought, you know what? We don't draw that way. Felix doesn't draw that way, nor does Jason, nor Carlos, nor France, nor anybody who we know. We draw people like we draw. And so that's part of like understanding that, like, what does that really mean? What are the different ways that we do it? What are we thinking about when we go through the process of drawing? That's all that we're going to be exploring in this class. So.
Yeah, and I think the way that we like to learn, that's how we make the courses as well. So, yeah, and as I can see in the comments, it is appreciated that we are taking this
Yeah,
topic on. So that's good.
good. Yeah, yeah. I mean, and that brings me up to something I wanted to talk about later, but I might as well bring it up now. Sketchbook Tool is for all of us, right? We want to make classes that are the things that we all want to learn, the people we want to learn from. So it's really, really, really important that you guys regularly write to us, email probably, not Facebook, write to us though and tell us, what is it you want to know? What is it you want to see? Tell us and we'll make it. Because that's really what we want to do. We generally go out and make stuff that we're interested in, but a lot of times when people say, we're interested in this topic, we say, oh yeah, so are we. Let's make that class. So let us know, and we will figure out how to do it, as we did with this. So, all right. So that's one exciting development. We want to talk about another development that is a little bit upsetting, but ultimately is going to be something really good, and that is SketchCon. So you may have heard some rumors that we were in the process of developing SketchCon and another SketchCon 2019 after the exciting time that we had in Pasadena. And so we went back to our partners, F&W, publishers of the Artist Network and Artist Magazine and so forth, and we said, let's put on the next event. And so we started scouting hotels and we worked up a whole plan for it. And then last week we had some really upsetting news about their business, F&W's business. And it seems like they've hit some kind of a business wall where they've declared bankruptcy, Chapter 11. And that came completely out of the blue for us and frankly for everybody who we worked with as well there. And we've decided as a result that we have to put things on hold. Even though we had a date, we have a trailer, we had everything worked out for SketchCon, we had to slam the brakes on it because we just didn't feel comfortable going ahead until we understood what their business situation was. And they agreed with us. They said, yes, okay, let's take another look at it. And it's really sad for us because we're really looking forward to doing this again. So it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It just means it's definitely not going to happen in October, but it's possible that it'll happen the following spring. We're not sure, but we wanted to let you know right away. So literally we made this decision, on Thursday or Friday, and here it is Monday. We're telling you about it. So again, we understand everybody's disappointed, but we think that there are things that we can do nonetheless to be together. And that's really the point of SketchCon in the end, is for us to have a gathering of the tribe, for all of us who love to draw and love to share our work with each other and love to be together, to come together in other ways. So we're looking at new ways to do that. And one of them is to develop a place that we can go online that frankly is going to be a little bit more hospitable than Facebook. I don't know about you, but I'm finding increasingly that I don't really want to spend that much time on Facebook. I'm finding it cluttered. I'm finding it overwhelming. And that's frankly why I haven't been showing up as much as I used to a few years ago, because it's just less of a inviting kind of platform to be on. I want to come on to meet everybody from Sketchbook School and hang out with you guys. I want it to be as open as possible. I want it to be as focused as possible too. I don't want to be bombarded with ads. I don't want to have, I don't want to find it difficult to find the people I want to talk to. I want to be able to, if there's an interesting conversation going on, I want to be able to come back to it. So all these things that we've been talking about have been really on our minds for a while. We've been saying to ourselves, now we tried this, some of you may remember, when we had our earlier platform, we had a place where we could kind of go, and it was sort of a little old school kind of notice boardy chat thing. But the fact is, technology has developed a lot in the last couple of years. And so we have found a place that we think is going to be really great. We're going to roll it out. Hopefully in the next month or so, we're going to start rolling it out. It's going to be a place where we can all gather. We'll still have Facebook, but we want to have another place where we can gather and that you guys will help us to build. Because this is ultimately a place for the community. And so it's going to depend not on us, but on you to come. And what's going to be great about it is we really want to encourage people to meet in person with other people in their towns, in their neighborhoods, who share their love of drawing. Facebook has made that really difficult. It's really impossible to find out who's near you. Our new place to gather, you're going to be able to find out. In fact, it's going to tell you, hey, there are people near you right now talking about this once you get together with them. It's also going to allow us to take things like our webinars or these kinds of live events and to put them right in this place that we all have and to access it via an app on your phone. So it's going to be a lot simpler to use, a lot friendlier. It's beautiful looking. It's got a lot of things that we have always wanted in one place. So that's tantalizing, I know, but we'll be inviting you soon, and you'll join us and help us to build it. So.
Yeah, it'll be really exciting. It will have all that stuff that you need and that you know from Sketchbook, but minus all the hassle and all the distractions that are in there. And I can see in the comments already that a lot of people agree and they are Facebook tired. And I think that is sort of something that is now just happening as Facebook also changes. So we don't want to be I can't find the word, but we need our own place and not have a space that can always change and that we can't really trust. So it'll be a really cool, nice new place where we can hang out with each other and find each other and make cool stuff, share stuff in a private place, and meet new people. So yeah, that is actually the biggest
I mean,
news, I
here's what
think.
it looks like. It's like this. You can just scroll through,
Hold
and you
it
can
a
see
little bit
stuff right
more.
there.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Well, I don't want to show too much about it because it's my private place right now. But you will be there.
It,
It'll be very simple. It'll be really easy to use. If you can use Facebook, and
oh,
then you have a brain injury, you can still use this. I mean, it's so simple. It's easy. It's very visual. It's going to be awesome.
it'll
And
be like,
you can do one-on-one emails with people.
yeah,
You can amazing.
yeah, it's really great. It'll be like having a Sketchbook School app in your pocket. It's really, really good.
So, but again, the
So,
goal of it is really like we're looking for new ways for us all to be connected, to build this community. And taking classes is one thing. So when we have a new class, we want to have a place for people who are taking that class to feel comfortable to talk to each other. We want to have opportunities for live events so that people can come together. SketchCon is a giant version of that, but we want to have smaller versions so that we can all, so groups of people can come together and support each other. So again, if you have suggestions about this kind of thing, email us. Let us know. We could use your help in developing all these ideas, but really that's our goal. Our goal is to develop this tribe of creative people to support each other and to live a kind of a life where drawing and creativity are part of our everyday. That's the essence of Sketchbook School. That's the whole point of this. So help us to figure it out.
yes. So, those are all the new things going on. And I can see that there's already a lot of questions, especially about SketchCon. Let's take the opportunity here to answer a few of those questions. So when or where in spring, if it even happens in 2020, we don't know that yet because we just really don't know how we are going to pull it off, if we can pull it off. But of course, as soon as we have news, we will share it with you. And someone already said, like, okay, just a little bit extra time to save up for it, which is a really great way to
Exactly.
look at it. I
And we've
totally
been looking
agree.
for ways, we've been looking for ways to make it even more affordable, negotiating with hotels, doing all that kind of stuff. But, the fact is, while SketchCon was great, it was 3 or 4 days. It was one weekend. And it was also a weekend that, we know a lot of people couldn't come to because it was too far away,
Yeah.
too expensive. They had conflicts. So we want to make sure that there are ways for us to interact with each other all the time, to have that. Being online has always been part of what we've done. And, in fact, we ourselves were kind of apprehensive about doing a live event for that very reason, because there are people all over the world who, are part of our community too. So we're looking for ways to do that, to have events, experiences, and certainly to have more classes so that we can all be together and work together on stuff. So.
Yeah, so are there any further questions for us today before we start wrapping up?
I see some people still talking about SketchCon.
Mm-hmm.
Finding a sponsor in Europe, it's really complicated. I mean, we had a dozen sponsors in the United States, so finding a whole network, that was one of the things that F&W gave us, because they have an ad sales department that is used to going out and dealing with all these different sponsors. But frankly, sponsors are just a small part of it. We had sponsors there because we wanted to have opportunities to learn about new materials. It's a minor part of the financial part of SketchCon. SketchCon ultimately is not gigantic money-making venture. It's really an opportunity to kind of make something as affordable as possible by having things like sponsors, do it. But you know, Europe is certainly a place where we want to be,
It's on
obviously,
the wish
but
list.
it's on the wish list. But you know, we'll see. I mean, we're also looking for partnerships. If there are other organizations or groups that we can partner with, Urban Sketchers obviously has their symposiums all over the world. They've kind of figured that stuff out. But yeah, a lot of things to think about. So, what
Absolutely.
else? What
What
else do we
about
want to talk about?
podcasts, Danny?
Podcasts. Yes, I know. I know. I have ideas for podcasts. I failed. All right. I'll be
No,
honest.
are you crazy?
I failed to deliver a podcast as I thought I would, but I will. But I also want to be able to just say, you know what? I feel like drawing, and let me just like turn on my phone or something like that and share the drawing experience of other people. I think that was one of the things I liked about doing Sketchbook Club and even doing like the weird calligraphy Facebook lives that I did a couple years ago, was just to say, it would be fun to just make something with you all. And that's what was nice about the podcast too. Like, let's just hang out and spend this time together drawing. Michael Nobbs, who's one of our faculty members, he has such a beautiful little podcast where he just says, let's spend 20 minutes working on a project together. And I really like that idea that like we're here together with each other. Let's just make stuff. So I want to find ways to do that and incorporate that into it. And I'm hoping that this new platform will be an opportunity for that.
And to be honest, I mean, the community gave us ideas about this too, because after SketchCon, there were people actually doing little sketching parties by posting pictures of places in Pasadena and then draw that together. Like, I'm at 11, I will be drawing this picture, and then people were posting their drawings. That kind of stuff, that is what we love at our community. And we want to grow that, and we want to feed that, and that's what we really can do with our own community place. So yeah,
It's a balance. There's only, as I say to my wife, look, I can only work like 80 hours a week. So, but we do want to balance. I mean, I have this book that is now completely written, and that, scarily enough, is being published by a division of F&W. So I'm hoping that this book hasn't collapsed with.
disappeared into the hole.
I don't know, honestly. I'm going to call the publisher again tomorrow to find out. I mean, if F&W doesn't publish this book, well, the book is written, illustrated, and ready to go to the printer. So maybe we have to do it ourselves, in which case I'm really going to need your help, all of you Sketchbook School people out there, to help us to actually make this book be something worth doing. But, we're always thinking of ideas. There's so many things that we want to do, and we want to do them well. I mean, I think if you look at that People Drawing People thing, you can see like we're trying to do it better, trying to increase our production and make them better. So your support and your help for us with all this stuff is really crucial.
So we've been babbling for 40 minutes. Well, we said we will do this in 20 minutes. So
I'm excited. I'm excited to be talking
too.
to all of you guys. Honestly, it's been too
Yeah.
long, and now that I'm doing it, I'm like, boy, what the hell was I doing? Why didn't we do this more often?
Yeah.
My blog is another thing. I've been committing to blogging twice a week, and to try to write like something serious. So, having feedback on that would be good. Maybe we just need to do this more often.
Yeah. Well,
that's simple. It's not for everybody, but it's good. Koosje, you look really tired. What?
Who tells me that? What? What?
I think you look.
Do I? Okay. Well, I do have red eyes, but I think that's just allergies. I'm not tired, actually. I'm finally not tired for the first time in weeks.
You're over your jet lag.
Yes.
I know, it's true.
So, in the meantime, because we just teased you with that trailer of People Drawing People, you'll have to just hold on to your horses for a little while. But in the meantime, we have this fantastic course, Fun and Funny.
Mm-hmm. So for some of you, this class, by the way, for those of you who've taken all of our classes, it's a remix of some previous ones. But one of the fun things about doing these remixes is we get to take people from different courses and put them together into more likely combinations. It's kind of like having a giant party and then having a little dinner party where we pull the people into little clusters. I this has really been a really fun thing to pull together and to edit. People
And it
join
makes
people.
so much more
Funny.
sense. Yeah, these people together, it makes so much more sense. Shall we just show the trailer quickly?
Do it, yeah. Why not? Let's have a look
Okay,
at it again. It's fun.
here it is. Excellent. So, if you haven't taken that class yet, sign up.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. It is nice. It's shorter than normal. It's 4 weeks. It's a nice way to celebrate the spring, and you can fit it in probably just before Drawing People starts. So it's a great little appetizer. So good. Well, we are grossly over our scheduled length of time. So I apologize for that.
No, it was fun. This is great
right,
to hang out with our
yes.
peoples.
Our tribe. So good. Well, listen. So again, write to us with your ideas. Unpack your suitcase if you're getting ready to go out to Baltimore. I'm sorry.
Unpack, please. Just wear those
Yes,
leggings every day to Starbucks.
it's true. It's true. Get ready to draw some people. Start lining up people who you want to draw. And what else? Clear some space on get that new iPhone so that you'll have something fresh for the new community device when it appears, which again will be soon.
You can, by the way, also go on that whole community thing through your computer, so you don't need a smartphone for it if you don't want to. Yeah. But just so you know,
you can.
Yes.
You do need some kind of electronics though, so you can't just.
Well,
but if you're watching this, then you've got everything you need. So
exactly,
it's all going to work out, and we will find more. We will not be absent for as long as we have been. Again, ever. Promise. We swear to God. Yeah. But thank you for alerting us to the fact that we had vanished. I think that was the wake up call for us when we saw this thing on Facebook that said, "Remember Danny and Koosje? Whatever happened to them?"
Yeah.
We were like, oh, "Yikes!"
Yeah.
So thank you.
So here we are. We're back, and we're here to stay. So very much looking forward to see you in class again. And thank you so much for hanging out with us. This was fun. Good. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.